My family really loved the idea of having a swimming pool. They always dreamed of it and wanted it so much. Everything was perfect that summer. The pool was finally ready. My family was excited, and neighbors were enjoying the sunshine. But Karen never liked the idea of a pool in the neighborhood. She claimed it was against HOA rules and that the noise would disturb everyone. I thought it was just talk, until one morning I found the pool covered in cement. Nothing foretold trouble that summer morning. The sun was already high above the rooftops, the air was warm, and the sky so blue it looked like a painting. The smell of freshly cut grass and coffee from the kitchen filled the air. It was Saturday, a long-awaited weekend. I had just set up a large inflatable pool in my backyard, not some cheap plastic tub, but a proper model with a filtration system, safety net, and small ladder. It was a surprise for my nephews who came to visit for the holidays. They were 6 and 9 years old. Happy, noisy kids, just as children should be in summer. Karen. She came out of her house like a character from an action movie. In a business suit, holding a tablet, her face twisted with control and fury.
"What is this, excuse me, gathering?" she yelled across the fence. "This is not a summer camp."
It's just kids. They're playing, like kids do.
"It's noise, it's a risk. It's not approved by the HOA."
I tried to explain the pool was temporary, not visible from the street, on private property. But Karen was already typing something on her tablet. She muttered something like, "I'll send a complaint, expect a fine," and walked off. The next morning I woke not to children's laughter, but silence. A heavy, oppressive silence. I looked out the window and couldn't believe my eyes. Our pool had been filled with cement, completely, up to the brim. Buckets, shovels, and leftover cement bags lay nearby, like evidence at the crime scene. Next to it, nailed to a tree, was a sign. "Water is for drinking, not for random kids. Your pool is now a fashionable flowerbed. With respect, K." I froze, then grabbed my head. The kids started crying. I played the video from the security camera and saw how Karen, at 3 a.m., wearing work gloves and a headlamp, dumped cement into our pool, tamped it down, then took pictures of her work. I called the police. 20 minutes later, a young female officer arrived. I showed her the video, the evidence, the note. When we approached Karen's house, she was already waiting on her porch with a cup of coffee that read, HOA, strong.
"I saved our neighborhood from filth and noise."
In other words, you trespassed on private property and destroyed property?
"It was a community act. I have moral rights."
But moral rights are not legal rights.
The trial lasted several weeks. Karen fruitlessly argued that the pool offended her aesthetic taste and lowered the neighborhood's status. The judge was firm. "You could have complained, written a letter, but you chose sefment and trespassing. That's a crime, Mrs. Wilson." Karen was ordered to pay compensation, restore the damaged property, and attend an anger management course at the city council. Today, in the same spot, stands a new pool, even bigger out of principle. The kids laugh and play again, and I put up a new sign near the gate. No cement, and no room for Karen either. And you know what? The blinds in the house across the street no longer tremble. Karen doesn't come outside anymore, and we enjoy our summer. Sometimes even a small pool can cause a big conflict.